Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap. I know it's been a while since I've done a trade recap. It's because I have been in China for the past week, so I haven't really been able to record. But I do have a vlog coming up, which have trade recaps in them, which is pretty sick. So once I get that uploaded, I hope you guys will enjoy that. China was hella sick. I just got back from China. As you can see by the background, I'm back in my college dorm again. And I just caught a banger trade. Uh, my biggest day yet, actually. As you can see, 12.7K across 5 accounts, which puts me at 60K on the day, which is absolutely fucking mind blowing. I'm sorry if I seem like I have low energy because I barely slept over the last like 24 hours or almost 2 days because flights have been crazy and I just couldn't sleep. But I'm just basically just going to be going over the trade that I took today. It was actually a swing trade over London session, going into New York session, which is I have no words, bro. This trade was just fucking insane, bro. I caught like a 1 to 31 RR. I risked like $480 to make like 15K. I'm not gonna lie, it did take me a few tries. It took me like 7 attempts. Like I was low key crashing out a little bit, but I'm gonna show you guys what I took real quick. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right. So, if we go to market open, or not market open, if we go back to replay trading, really quick. Replay trading, and if we go back all the way here. Okay, so the special thing about today was that the government shut down last night. So with that being said, we did have this dump following that in London session, and we took out a bunch of sell side. So we took out this New York PM low, we took out previous day low, and then what do we rebalance into? This hourly fair value gap right here. So I think a lot of people, they came into the day very bearish because of the government shutdown. But I did some research and I looked on, well, I used ChatGPT for this, and I did some research and I asked ChatGPT, what did the S&P do on the day of the government shutdown, or during a period of government shutdown. And what I got, the results that I got were, the S&P usually like rallies on government shutdown days or like periods. So while everybody was bearish, I was, I guess you could say, bullish. So I was looking for this hourly gap to hold, and initially I was looking to target London high right here. As you can see right here, this was what I was looking to target, right? I was expecting this hourly gap to hold to London high. But then since my buffer is pretty big on my top step accounts, I had 13K in the balance. I just decided to hold all the way to previous day high. I just trailed my stop because I was down 2.5K on the day. That's the only reason why I kind of took this trade. Like this was like my final chance. Like I was so convicted in longs, so that this was my final chance. So if I lost another $480 on top of that 2.5K, that would have been like 3K. I would have been down 3K for the day, and that would have put me at like 10K in the balance. So that was like my minimum line. So if that happened, I would have just been done for the day, and then I would have gone on the next day. That's the only reason why I placed this trade, this last and final trade. Otherwise, I would have been done. And it worked out. And I hit a 1 to 31 risk to reward trade, which was fucking insane. Again, if I didn't have a buffer, this trade would not have this trade would not even have occurred. Now, we have a tap into this hourly gap right here, and then now I drop down to the 1 minute time frame. And then what do we see? Just going back or a few more candles, we see that we form a 1 minute SMT inside of this 1 hour fair value gap, which I'm about to show you right now. All right, so we have a SMT at this low right here, and then I think on the 5 minute time frame or something. So SMT right here, and then on the 5 minute time frame, I enter somewhere in the middle of this candle. Let's just say right here. And then my stop is at this low right here. So I literally had like an 8-point stop. I was risking $480 on this trade. I kid you not. And I was targeting initially, right, London high. And then I was like, okay, you know, just looking at the higher time frame, looking at it realistically, right? If I look at the hourly time frame, we don't really have anything else stopping us from going to previous day high beside this hourly gap right here, right? This is the only gap that is stopping us from going to previous day high. And I was willing to take that chance basically. So I was gonna see how this hourly gap reacted to see if I would still be in the position or not. And bro, I have a story to tell you guys, bro. This might have been the most excruciating hold of my entire life. Like, dude. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna explain it right now. Okay. All right. So basically, right. So I'm in this trade, right. I hold a swing trade all the way from like 1 a.m. or 4 a.m. I guess you could say. Again, don't ask me why I was on the charts at 4 a.m. Probably because I couldn't sleep. And I was like, okay, let me see what's going on, because, you know, we were actually low-key kind of moving. Again, not really the greatest decision to, you know, I should not have really been on the charts if I wasn't sleeping, but it ended up working out. But yeah, so we play out some candles, right? And then now we see that we're moving. And then, bro, dude, New York session today was an absolute, like, I don't know what the hell we were doing in New York session, bro. The delivery was just so god awful. So I was actually on a flight. Okay, I was on my final flight back home while this trade was playing out, and I wanted to see it play out, right? So like I wanted to monitor my trade. So I bought Wi-Fi on the flight. I paid for it, and I was just staring at the chart the entire time. Now market ends up opening, right? Whenever it opens, right, we have, you know, a bunch of chop, blah blah blah. At this point, I was still like boarding and whatnot, and then market opens, right? I'm like, okay, cool, we're pumping, right? This looks great. And then we take out Asia high, and then bro, like, dude, this candle right here scared the absolute living shit out of me. Like, dude, why do we have this big ass Drake candle and then we just completely buy back up again, bro? Like, just instantly buy back up. Like, dude, the delivery today was just so, it was just something else, bro. I can't even lie to you. And then finally, we end up delivering. And dude, I was staring, dude, my eyes were glued to the chart the entire time, bro. It was so bad. Like, today, it wasn't the prettiest of all days, but we ended up catching our biggest day ever somehow on today, which is absolutely insane. I'm still honestly speechless for this. I have no words. Like, dude, I literally just made somebody's fucking salary in one trade, which is fucking insane. But anyways, if you guys liked how I broke down this trade, if you guys liked my analysis and everything, I do have a application in my bio if you guys are interested in working with me one-on-one. And if you guys want to join the free Discord, I also have an application to that in my bio. So go ahead and check it out. I'll leave it in the description below. My bad, not the bio. As you can see, I have not slept and I clearly need sleep. But yeah, guys, actual generational day. Hopefully when I sleep, I'll be able to process this. But yeah, no, absolutely crazy day. I already withdrew $50,000 literally yesterday. So I took a payout. Sorry, I withdrew $25,000 yesterday. So I took a payout and then I just made it right back times two off of one trade, which is insane to say. So just need to flip another 4 days and then I can request another $25,000. So with that being said, that is the trade recap for today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.